Helima Croft, RBC Capital Markets Global Head of Commodity Strategy, joins us now. First, on the big sell-off we've seen, Helima, we knew China was weak and not recovering. I think Goldman also took down forecasts, and that put pressure on oil prices, and then some weaker economic data in the U.S. as well. What do you make of the market's response? Has it overdone it, or you think there's more selling to come?
I mean, certainly the China story has been the big headwind for oil this year. I mean, it has been underwhelming Chinese demand. We've seen it in terms of lower imports, lower refinery utilization rates. I think the big question going forward, Sarah, in terms of like where do prices go next, what I would watch is, given we're already having these demand concerns in the market, does OPEC proceed with adding barrels into the market? Like, one of the big selling pressures that we saw this summer was the announcement from OPEC in June that they would start phasing out their voluntary cut over the course of 5 quarters. And there were some in the market that believed that like they were locked in, they were on that roller coaster and they were going to basically put those barrels on no matter what. And there were others like ourselves that said, look, depending on where the market is and depending on what the data looks like, we think they could pause those increases or reverse them. So we still think that there is room for OPEC to reverse course or pause that increase in barrels. But I think the idea that OPEC is going to oversupply the market when we have demand concerns is weighing on prices.
No, already those reports are trickling out from OPEC sources that they're going to delay this easing of production cuts. What level? Remind us what level they need. What are they targeting? 80?
Well, this is the thing. OPEC never says that they are targeting price. They always say they're targeting market stability. And one of the sort of ideas that's always been in the market is you look at Vision 2030, Saudi's big infrastructure diversification program, and that obviously necessitates a higher level of revenue. But the Saudis do have other options besides simply $90 plus to finance Vision 2030. They can tap debt markets. They can delay some projects. So it's not like they have to have that number to go forward with Vision 2030. But oil remains an enabler of that big program. And so, again, I don't think this is an optimal price for many members of OPEC. So I do think that they will look at where the market is. And I think they're going to be very judicious about adding barrels onto the market. But there is, Sarah, a corner of this market that believes that OPEC is just about to break up. They're about to basically go back for market share. And I think that sentiment about OPEC combined with what we're seeing on the demand side is causing problems for prices.
Hey, finally, Helima, all these reports about the push for a ceasefire in Gaza reaching some kind of intense stage or some kind of take it or leave it stage. Do you buy that?
I mean, look, the Biden administration is, very, very focused on trying to get an off-ramp to this war. But, we've been here before. I mean, I don't think there's any indications right now that we are necessarily going to have an imminent deal. I do think, what has been interesting is that, we have not seen an Iranian response to the assassination of the Hamas leader in Tehran in August. So it's an interesting question about, are countries like Iran more willing to fight this as a proxy war as opposed to getting actively involved in this conflict?